Hi, my name is Dracula. I want to be with you and confess. I know you don't recognize me as Drac. I've changed. We all change. On the screen you see The Scream by Edvard Munch. I knew him personally. He painted this Scream in the late 19th century, 1890s or something like that. But a year here or two doesn't make a difference. I scream too. In studio with me is my psychiatrist, and he feels it would be right for me to confess, and so I will do that. May I introduce my psychiatrist to you?
Thank you very much, Drac. It's unusual for a noted personality who's been around for a number of years to publicly confess. This is not normally done, except when it's staged, such as in politics or in business. But for the most part, people don't confess to anything. In fact, because of the legal system, they usually defend themselves, despite the fact they, if you forgive me, folks, may be guilty of everything they're charged with. But we live in a very civilized society where you can do what you want, and if you have enough money, you can get away with it.
Thank you. Doctor, I want you to know that I am afraid for my life.
You're afraid for your life, Drac?
The food. You don't know what's in the food. It can kill you. They have pesticides.
Drac, you can buy food at Whole Food. They say it's organic.
I know what they say. Everybody says something. It's like in the investment field.
What about the investment field?
I lost a lot of money.
Drac, you don't need money. You're a person from another world.
No, I have now become almost human, and I try to make a buck.
Oh, Drac, be serious.
I am. And what goes on today, you know, they call it a portfolio. My portfolio is going down the drain.
Drac, let's talk about the food.
Yes, I fear for my life. I don't know what they put on it. They say it's organic. I talk with the people who buy organic, and some of them look like they're gone, dead.
Drac, that's not very nice to say.
I know, but I want to tell the truth.
Drac, there's no place for truth in our society. You know we're on television, and there's no place for truth in our society.
You know, I know that. But I want to be true to myself. That's why I see you, doctor. I want to be someone I can wake up in the morning and say, I like myself.
Drac, there are very few people who can do that. Most people can't wake up in the morning and say they like themselves because they don't. They have jobs they don't like. They do things they don't want to. They're run by the front office crowd.
I know. But I want to be authentic to myself.
Drac, I've tried to tell you a number of times in therapy There's no room for authenticity in the society. You have to go with the flow.
I don't want to go with the flow, Doctor.
Drac, you got to be realistic.
I don't want to be realistic. Look what my life has come to. I fly by myself at night. Nobody likes me. My name is a household terror.
Drac, you're growing up, you're becoming a new personality, and you're going to get with it. Your prognosis is good to become a human being.
I don't want to be human. I see what goes on in society.
Drac, you're on television.
I know. I want to confess publicly.
Drac, you need counsel.
I want to speak on my own behalf.
Drac, you got to be careful. You can say things that people are going to be offended by, and the legal system may not like what you're doing.
I don't care anymore. I have had it right up to my eyeballs. The food is polluted. The people's minds are polluted. There's nothing that is straight anymore. Nothing is natural. I am natural.
Yes, but Drac, you're off the road. You took the wrong road.
I know. I don't want to get on the road that people are on.
Drac, you're going to have to face life. That's what we're all about. You've been doing well. Why are you so cynical? You are cynical.
I am not cynical. I am truthful.
Drac, there's no place for truth in our society. It will bring down the whole house. The whole civilization would fall apart. Overnight, people would be killing each other. There is no civilization, you know. You know, I don't want to say this, Drac, but you know, do you know why the aliens left the Earth?
No.
Because they didn't find any civilization here.
That's funny.
I don't think it's funny, Drac. It's just truth. But I don't go around and tell people that. I don't tell the patients that. I try to help them to be themselves. But you can't be all that you want to be. You can't be that authentic. Drac, you have to face reality. This is a society that is filled with hypocrisy.
I know. I know. When I used to take a little bite, everybody said everything was right.
Well, it was in a sense for you.
I know. But they never would admit they're better off when I took a little bite.
Do you really think that?
Yes, because they were so staid and starchy and standoffish, and, you know, they just weren't human.
People are people, and sometimes they almost look human.
I know, but you can't tell one's from the other because it's all staged. Everything is staged. The food is staged.
What do you mean the food is staged?
Well, they tell you it's all good and clear and clean, and they lie.
Oh, Drac, you don't want to say things like that. It's stamped organic.
I know, but anybody could stamp anything these days. And you know, if you read the newspapers, one paper says one thing, the next one says another, and the third says another, and the television is the same.
Drac, that's just the way things are. People interpret things differently.
I know. You know this fellow Arnold?
Arnold?
You know, the Schwarzenegger guy.
I heard about him, yeah.
Well, you know what he said?
No, can you tell me?
I imitate him. The facts don't matter. The people want action. That's funny. Well, that's staged. The people want action. The facts don't matter. Now they matter. The government in California has a lot of problems. The facts do matter.
Oh, yeah, they do now and then. But if you go by the facts, you'd be all by yourself. Nobody goes by facts anymore. They go by feeling, gut feeling. Drac, you operate as a feeling person.
I do.
You have to understand, feeling is in, emotion runs. Logic and reason don't prevail. That's why you need me.
I know, but you can't live with emotion.
I don't understand.
You can't live with emotion.
Of course, people live with emotion all the time. That's what they live on. They don't live on facts. They don't live on reason. They don't live on logic. If it were all logical, it would be a perfect world.
Well, I understand that. But when I buy the food, I expect the food should be what it says.
Oh, Dracula. Come on. Be serious. You know nobody says what they really mean. And if they did, we'd all be at war with each other. We'd kill each other.
I know. Can't there be truths and decency and fairness?
Dracula, you talking to me? I'm a psychiatrist. I deal with the inner soul, what people do. They can't face reality. It's the study of the id by the odd. That's what we do. You're the odd, and I'm trying to be your id.
I know. But I listen to you, and I know things are not what they are. And they say that I'm strange, and I'm crazy, and I'm loony. You know, the whole society is out to lunch.
Yeah, I know that. But if you like lunch, why not go with it?
Doctor, it's not funny. I want to show you my cartooning, Doctor, because it helps me to be more myself. If you will look, this is how I save myself. I cartoon. You didn't know that.
No, that's strange that you would cartoon. Is that serious? I didn't know that.
Yes. And if you look at it, it says big mouths are in.
That's funny. That's really funny. I didn't know you had a sense of humor.
Oh, yes. If you fly at night by yourself, you have to have a sense of humor. You know, the last time I flew with a psychiatrist, I took a little bite.
Oh, is that what happened to my friend?
Oh, yes. And then I lost him.
Well, Drac, if you want to do things like that, you're going to lose your friends. You can't take a little bite.
I do all the time, but not anymore. I like to cartoon. And this one, I doubt that doubting changes what's in. Maybe you would look at what I do, because I like to make fun of what's in. I doubt that doubting will change what's in. Ah, ah, ah! You know, the government tells us all the time, the Hillary lady, and the Obama man, and the Huckabee man, and all of them, they all say they're for change. And then when they get in, you know what they change? They change to being in and staying in. And the truth doesn't matter anymore what they said.
But that's the way things are, Drac. You have to understand that. You're just fighting the whole society, and you're getting yourself upset. You don't want to do that, because you can die of a heart attack or stroke, but not readily, because you're still not human. But when you get to be human, you can do that. You can kill yourself because you're so concerned with what people are doing.
I want you to see what I say, Doctor.
All right. Show the people what you want. This is your time to confess.
Absurdity is in. They go around from one part of the country to the other, and they tell us they want to help us to change. And the only thing that changes is who's in and who's out.
Well, that's true. That's true.